Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I've talked about this in previous videos, but I wanted to talk about it again because it's an important thing and it may inspire you to continue or begin practicing herbalism or, experimenting with your health, you name it. And that is, when you start consuming these herbs, when you start consuming a primarily live food diet, when you start consuming a lot of very advanced nutritional elements, over time, your body receives a massive amount of information from these foods on the nutritional level, the spiritual levels, you name it, and your physiology begins to actually change. Your mind begins to change, your reflexes especially. I mean, one of the neatest things about experimenting with different herbs and different supplements and all this neat stuff, juice, vegetable juice, making your own juice, taking things like shilajit, doing the enemas, is that you begin to experience what it's doing to your physiology, and it's positive. So my reflexes have changed so much since I began experimenting with circulatory herbalism, the enemas, the coffee enema protocols, the distilled water, the baking soda. There's just a large handful of things that I do regularly that have helped me massively. And you begin to see the effect of these protocols on your health through the way you feel, through the way that you respond to certain stimuli, just feels really good to feel like you're seeing results through your hard work and efforts. And experiencing something like your reflexes getting faster is a very, very neat upgrade. It feels really cool. You feel like you're upgrading yourself, and essentially that's what you're doing. So you're kind of taking on the role of a biological alchemist, but it's kind of a superhero role in a sense, because once you start getting a taste of your body being upgraded, you continue to ask yourself just how far you can go with this. So the upgrades that you do to yourself often lead to feeling inspired to continue on your journey of upgrading yourself, and it begins to make you wonder, how far can I take this? If I'm experiencing these profound of results from taking these herbs, from doing these things, from getting more sunlight, from meditating, from doing deep breathing, from drinking distilled water, from doing this, from doing that, it makes you wonder what the effects will be long term. So that's one of the things that captivates me most. That's one of the thoughts that has really possessed my mind to a large extent. I think about it often. I experience it often. I'm constantly feeling the upgrades on myself that are coming from the lifestyle that I choose to live. And my lifestyle could be better, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let me fool you. I mean, there's certain foods that I still need to kick out of my diet. I don't eat meat. I'd say about 99% of the foods I eat are vegan. But at this point in my life, I need to eat more raw foods. I kind of fluctuate, I sway back and forth from eating cooked foods to raw foods, back and forth. So, it is what it is. A lot of people are going to try to tell you that raw foods are the only way to go. But I mean, you can achieve some amazing results with cooked vegan foods if you do it properly. If you remineralize the foods that you're eating, if you make superfoods out of the cooked foods that you're eating, if you add things like shilajit, if you add things like AFA blue-green algae back to the foods, if you add minerals, you name it. So I'm experimenting with a handful of different things. I have some great New Year's resolutions. I recommend everyone make some goals for themselves for the new year and do their best to make those things happen. Every year I do this with my health. I make goals for my health. I make goals for myself, and I do my best to achieve them throughout the year. Luna bug! Luna! Over here. Find your ball. But again, feeling upgrades on your physiology and within your consciousness is a very, very interesting and very, very fun thing So not only experience, but continue to experiment with. So through experimentation, you'll find what works for you and what doesn't. You'll find which herbs react to your body the best, which supplements, you name it. And my reflexes have gotten so amazingly fast, ladies and gents. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just speaking my truth. My reflexes have gotten so fast that it shocks me at times. So, I really don't need as much sleep as I used to. I can handle a lot more sunlight now that I've changed my diet to this extent. My dreams are more vivid, but I'm really experiencing the upgrades in the form of enhanced reflexes and feelings of absolute vigor. I feel very alive, and but I'm still going through the cleansing process. I mean, I'm still letting go of a lot of my old psychological fixations. I'm still letting go of a lot of the old layers of myself that need to be let go of. So there's times that I do go through cleansing and I feel like shit and I feel fatigued. But these are just byproducts of letting go of old things so that the new can take over. Healing is not just peaches and cream. Healing can be a very strenuous process, because you're shedding layers of your old self, and that takes maturity. It takes maturity to let go of the immature aspects of yourself, because to do that you have to acknowledge that certain parts of you are immature from the get-go, in the first place. And to do that, that takes responsibility, and it takes a big person to acknowledge that he or she needs to improve. Lunabug, stay out of the water. Crazy dog, drinking the dirty water. Come on, donkey, get out of there. Again, you know, a lot of people contact me asking me, you know, I've been doing all these protocols, why am I not seeing immediate results? Stuff like this takes time. Stuff takes time, ladies and gents. And this kid looks like he wants to steal the jacket on top of my car. And if he does, I'm gonna run after him. Punk. Where's your ball, donkey? Hey, Luna! But again, things take time. You gotta think that you've been poisoning yourself for probably over 20 years. What makes you think that in one day you can just remove all that? Come on. The system's foods degrade the body. They destroy the strength and the fortitude and the fire, the digestive fire of the digestive muscles. The system's foods will constipate not only your body but your mind, your spiritual bodies, your Merkaba, you name it. So, there's a reason why we've lost our connection to the magic that we used to harbor within our awareness, within our consciousness when we were little children. When we were younger, we had a sense of awe at the world. Things were just much more magical. Nature was much more beautiful, you name it. So, but over time, as we eat the foods, as we receive the injections, as we receive our inculcation, our indoctrination, we have things put into us, into our minds through the education system that are blocks and barriers, and we readily accept them because that's the social norm. And over time, that separates us from our true nature, because by default, by living in this system, by becoming programmed by its curriculum, you become a slave to this system, and you live in a prison cell that you cannot hear, you can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't sense it, you can't feel it. Again, you aren't aware of it. That's what I'm getting at. And by the time you're an adult, you think that you've grown up, that you're not a little boy or a little girl anymore. You think that imagination was just part of being a child, and growing up is, you know, you separate yourself from that by growing up, and that makes you an adult. You're an idiot. Forfeited over your consciousness so that you can remain plugged in and receive all the different bullshit from living in this system. So I'm stumbling in a little bit. It's really cold out here. It's kind of stifling my breath, but it is what it is. Unabug. But you know, getting back to that topic, it's kind of disappointing to see people complaining on my channel about, I did these enemas, or I did this and I'm not seeing immediate results. Why are there no parasites coming out? Come on. Have faith in yourself. People are programmed to ask so many weird, just strange questions that are unnecessary when things don't go the way that they want them to. So with healing, you need to get rid of your lust for a particular result. Most people, when they get into this cleansing stuff, they develop a ideal outcome for what they want to happen with the cleansing. They develop it in their mind, they create an image of it in their mind, and when it doesn't happen, they get frustrated. And that can often lead to falling back on your old ways when you don't see the results that you expect to receive immediately. Come on. So, lusting for a result is a big problem, because once you don't see that result, it can separate you from continuing, because you didn't get your little present that you wish that you would have gotten for like doing one enema or like a week-long fast. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. But it's the way people are here in this matrix. People want a quick fix. People want things now. They don't want to wait. People want things yesterday, and they're not willing to do the work today to get where they're wanting to be. So, you know, that's the type of culture that we live in. We live in that type of culture where everyone wants things yesterday, and they're not willing to do the work to get what they want today. They say, I'd rather live in the past. I wish I had this, I wish I had that. So, you know, we live in a world where people want an immediate fix, and when they don't get it, they kick and scream, and they just become bitter people. There's a lot of bitter people in this world. There's a lot of people who will drag you down if you're not careful. You need to be careful who you give your time to. You need to be careful who you give your energy to. Because a lot of people, I don't care how well-meaning they seem or how nice they seem, they will drag you down. Many people have an ideal version of you that they want to see manifest in this reality. So what I mean by that is many children, their parents will shape their kids, will shape their life, the children. Let's fucking rephrase that, my God. Many parents will do everything that they can to mold their children into what they want them to be. They will fill their children's minds with so many things by the time that they're fucking 13, that by the time they're 13, they're fucking walking amalgamation, a walking program of their a walking program of their parents. So, oh, little Tommy's doing great. He's gonna be a lawyer. He's gonna be just like his daddy. Oh, Barbara's doing great. She's gonna be just like her mommy. She's gonna be a police officer because that's what we want for her. She's gonna do what's right. You're gonna do what's right, aren't you, Barbara? Barbara, are you gonna do what's right? Yes, mommy. Yes, mommy, as she puts her head down. Maybe she wanted to be a fucking artist. Maybe she wanted to be a fucking healer or nutritionist. But no, you had to fill your fucking kid's mind with a bunch of shit while they're developing. Many people, I honestly think that many parents have children so that they can fucking manage something and control these little fucking children in their minds. It's disgusting. So, you may think this reality is all peaches and cream and oh, your neighbors are nice people and everyone's nice and all this bullshit. You got fucking self-mistaken big time, ladies and gents. I don't care how nice people seem. Most of these people are walking engrams. They are walking programs. They are agents for the system, and they're not even fucking aware of it. So that's why I keep my circle small. I don't really have any close friends anymore. other than a couple people, and I like it that way. I'd rather fucking hang out with an animal. I'd rather hang out with Luna than go out and be with the herd. And go to these fucking festivals, these hippie festivals, with all these people thinking that they've awakened, and all these people who think they're conscious. Come on. We're gonna get enlightened as a group, bro. We're gonna go take drugs and sit in a hippie circle and get enlightened. Enlightenment is a self-introspective process. It's called self-introspection, not group introspection. So, in my opinion, all these festivals and all this shit, it's just a bunch of distractions. I don't see people going there and becoming enlightened. I see people going to these hippie festivals, these new age festivals, taking a bunch of MDMA and drugs, smoking reefer, and dancing and just doing stupid shit. So, I mean, if these consciousness expanding festivals were so great, why isn't anything productive coming out of them? You know? Why is it just a bunch of dancing and DJs and stupid bullshit? Why isn't change taking place on the earth? It's a beautiful fucking feather. There's a ton of feathers around here. But anyways, not trying to sound judgmental, these are just my observations. This is just the way I view reality. Again, just the way I view reality. And if people have a problem with that, I don't care, you can unsubscribe. Go find a channel where you like what the people are talking about. Go find a channel where people pasteurize all their words. Give a fuck. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm ranting and rambling. It's fucking freezing. On behalf of the Sacred Starseed Serpent Uraeus YouTube channel, thank you for watching this video. I hope that my videos, my messages, and my channel can help inspire you to do something positive for your health today. I hope that if you haven't got yourself a water filter or a water distiller, I hope this message in my channel, my passion, and my let's rephrase that one more time. I hope that my channel can help inspire you to go get a fucking water filter or distiller today if you haven't already done so. There's no time left. You need to get on clean water now if you want to get healthy. Peace be with you.